Alright, so in this video, I want to talk about how to eat based on your body type. Okay, there's a video that I did. Again, if you haven't seen it already, initially go back to the one that explains what body types are: ectomorphic, endomorphic, and mesomorphic, right? So this tells you, I've had a video also on how to work out based on your body type, but I want you to check out how you eat based on your body type. This is very important because you can be exercising properly, you can know what your body type is, but you can be out to eat with someone and be eating just like them, and you guys are two different body types, and you can wonder why you're not, metabolizing, or I'm using big words here, but why you're not able to burn off carbs the way that person is, or why they look different, or why they're getting faster results. I brought this up because I had a lot of people actually, when they train with me, they say, look, my friend is eating this and they're getting results. And it just comes from a lack, obviously, of understanding. But sometimes we don't realize that, look, if our body type is different, it's very important for us to eat based on our body type to maximize our results. Excuse me. If not, then what's going to happen is we're going to think like, okay, my friend's eating this, 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 and this late at night and all these different things, and they're getting results. I should be able to do that too. And it's going to put us into this vicious cycle of we're not seeing results, but we're confused, and we're unhappy and not wondering, we're wondering why we can't get the results that we want to get. All right, so let's go into this. Ectomorphic. All right, this is more lean individual, very skinny in some cases. 25% of what you eat every day, let's make it simple. 25% of what you eat every day should be protein. All right, so at each meal, I try to do it based on each meal. If you're eating 3 to 4 times a day and you're trying to gain muscle, believe it or not, 25% is all you need at each meal. 25% of that meal should be protein. Basically, if you want to kind of break it down, you need a piece of protein the size of the palm of your hand. If you're really trying to get jacked, get big and stuff like that, then you're going to need the size of, including your fingers, 2 palm sizes of protein. Okay, that's for that ectomorphic person who's really trying to gain some muscle. But right now, let's just keep it simple. 25% of what you eat every day needs to be protein. Now, majority of your calories are going to come from carbs. So 55% of what you eat every day needs to be carbs. Obviously, you don't want to get fat, so you don't need to eat sugary carbs, but fruits, vegetables, good, healthy, like brown rices and whole grain breads and stuff like that is what you need majority of the time. So every time you're eating, throw 2 pieces of whole grain bread on that meat. You know what I mean? You're going to have to really go for the gusto. You got to have about 55%, over half of what you eat every day needs to be carbs, and they need to be in the form of really good carbs as well. Okay, and you'll start to see results because carbs are going to make you grow, not necessarily the protein. And that's something that a lot of confusion exists out there based on the media and all the misinformation out there on the internet. All right, 20% of what you eat, ectomorphic people, 20% of what you eat needs to be fats. Obviously in the healthy fats in the form of good fats, right? Almond butter, peanut butter, all those things like that. That's going to help you as well. But that's the perfect way to eat: 25, 55, and 20. Protein, carbs, and fats, respectively. That's how you're going to get results. Now, if you're mesomorphic, you can't eat like that, right? You can't. Your metabolism's slower, that's why you're able to build muscle easily, and you're not going to be able to eat like an ectomorphic person. So if you're out to dinner with someone that's ectomorphic, make sure you don't order the same thing they order, right? All right, so 30% of what you eat is protein. You have so much muscle on your body, the protein is going to speed your metabolism up because it's very difficult to digest. So 30% of what you eat, basically 1/3 of what you eat each day, needs to be protein, right? At each meal, try to get 1/3 of that meal protein. 40% of your intake needs to be carbs, and obviously it needs to be more of the slower digesting carbs, like complex carbs, which is brown rices or oatmeal or oats and brands and multi-grain breads and stuff like that. When it comes to rices, pastas, and starches and stuff like that, you really don't want to take those in because that can actually increase your body fat percentage very quickly. But 40%, since you're athletic and you work out and things like that, 40% of your intake needs to be carbs, and the other 30 is going to come from healthy lean fats. Now let's get into the endomorphic person. This person needs a high metabolism, right? Their metabolism is the slowest of all. So 35% of your intake needs to be in the form of protein. 35%. All right? So at each meal, be sure that you have a high protein diet. It's very important for you to have high protein. Only 25% of your intake should be from carbs. Okay, 25%. So obviously that means just control your carbohydrate intake. Make sure they're always good, healthy carbohydrates, vegetables, fruits, you know, very, very brown carbohydrates, brands, oats. The same thing I recommend for the mesomorphic individual, but really controlled, okay? And then 40%, believe it or not, of your meal, pretty much a majority, the highest percentage, 40% of what you eat each day will be in the form of healthy, good, lean fats or clean fats. That will be olive oils, peanuts, almonds, walnut oils, anything that's